guys. Welcome to a special series of 6 minutes. I'm Jason Fulmore, SC Wrestle, and each year, the top high school boys, one from each state, is awarded by the National Wrestling Hall of Fame the Dave Schultz Excellence Award. It's based equally on outstanding wrestling success, scholastic achievement, and citizenship and community service. And each year, one is awarded for each state, and our state winners this year are in Alabama, Cory Land of Moody; in Florida, Tom Crook of Tampa Jesuit; in Georgia, Matthew Singleton of Woodward Academy; in North Carolina, in North Carolina, Kyle Monteperto of Cata; in South Carolina, David Hunsberger of Burns; and in Tennessee, Ashton Davis of Cleveland. Now, I'm not 100% sure that everyone knows who Dave Schultz is and the impact that Dave had on wrestling and the wrestling community and why this award is named after him. So I wanted to take a few minutes before the interview to explain who he is and that sort of thing. So Dave won world and Olympic championships in the early 80s, 1983 and 84. He also won silver and bronze medals throughout the 80s, but he was murdered in January of 1996. If you happen to know or have watched Foxcatcher or a number of other documentaries and movies about his life and about the situation with DuPont, you get a sense of kind of what happened in his story. But I think it's really important to talk about what the National Wrestling Hall of Fame has down in their bio about Dave Schultz. So I'm going to kind of read some of this. By his own admission, Dave wasn't, quote unquote, wasn't the greatest athlete in wrestling, but was one of the most intelligent wrestlers in the history of the sport. He once told his mentors, quote, "I cheated. I learned how to wrestle." He is the only American to win the legendary Tbilisi tournament twice. He's won the World Cup 5 times. He's won the Pan American Championships, so on and so forth. His achievements on the mat are outstanding. But Dave Schultz is probably best known for how he was off the mat. And this is how he's described. He was the greatest friend and diplomat across the nation and around the world. He always had time to talk. He always wore a smile. His sportsmanship transcended national boundaries. He learned Russian so that he could communicate with other wrestlers, and he named his son Alexander after a friendly rival from the USSR. So every year we award, or the National Wrestling Hall of Fame awards, the Dave Schultz High School Excellence Award. Congratulations to the 6 winners from our Southeast states. Cory Land also won the award for the entire Southeast, which encompasses 11 states, not just the 6 we're highlighting. And then he also was the first Alabama wrestler ever to win the national award. So congratulations to each of these 6. I hope you enjoy the interview with each of them. It was really a blast to talk to each of them. Here with Cory Land. Hey, Cory, how are you?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. You have busy spring, graduation, world team trials, all sorts of different things. How's it been?
It's been a rush, but it's fun. You know, I'd rather be doing a bunch of things than just sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah. So busy summer coming up, or are you taking it a little bit easy before you head off to UNI?
The only thing I have planned is Fargo.
Okay. So we're going to see you in Fargo?
We'll see at Fargo. I won't be doing world team trials. I actually have to go get my award the day the world team trials are. So that's actually why we're having this conversation, because you are, and it just blows me away, you are the Dave Schultz Award winner, not only for the state of Alabama,
not only for the Southeast, but the national award winner.
Yeah.
Your level of competition for that award is just unbelievable. First, what does it mean to be recognized as, the Dave Schultz Award winner for Alabama in the Southeast?
Well, really, I didn't even know like I was a nominee until a couple weeks ago. And when
Is that right?
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know I won the state one, and then I saw that I was on the Southeast one. I was like, man, that's crazy, because like I know the kids that were on that list, and it's just there's a lot of big names on that list of past winners and that list of just the state winners.
Yeah.
And then when I realized they talked to me, they emailed me, and they were like, hey, we're about to announce that you're the winner. And I was like, well, I thought I already won the Southeast thing. And they're like, no, you're like the national winner. And I didn't understand how prestigious and big the award was until my coaches started blowing my phone up. Like, dude, this is like a really big deal. You gotta go buy some clothes. We gotta go to this award show. So it's definitely like crazy. I didn't understand how big of a deal it was until I was like, oh dang,
Yeah. And this might air right after you get back from that weekend. I'm not sure exactly when it's going to air, but we're going to talk a little bit about it. You're heading to Oklahoma this coming weekend, and yeah, I mean it's the big weekend. There's a lot of big names in wrestling. You're joining a group that includes David Taylor and Mark Hall, and I mean an unbelievable prestigious list of individuals in wrestling. So I want to ask you how you feel about that, but did you ever think that you were gonna kind of have that opportunity to be amongst those kind of names in that kind of group?
Yeah, but not in this way.
Not in this way. Okay.
I thought that one day I could have my name up there as, one of the best wrestlers ever, obviously, but it's weird because it's more than just wrestling. It's about, like what you do for your community. And I try to, Moody is a small town, so I try to do as much as I can to put Moody on the map, is what we always say. And I try to like help out with everything I can, whether it's for the school or, if they're doing something at the park, I go try to volunteer or whatever. So it's more than just wrestling, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, and I was going to bring that up because I think that's the thing, is that you not only have to be a phenomenal wrestler. I mean, there's no doubt about that. And you have the resume to go with that. And for those people who don't know, you were a world silver medalist and you've won multiple Alabama titles. You've done everything there is to do so far on the mat. But it is about being in the community. It is about community service. It is about academics. It is about that. So is there a passion kind of community project that you've been a part of that kind of helped you in this regard?
There's just a bunch of different things that I've done. We have like this leadership team at our school. It's like a group of, it's usually the senior and juniors. So it's like a group of senior and juniors, and the principal will all call us in and they'll be like, hey, we need y'all to help out with this and this and this. So I've like gone to elementary school and, read across America. I went to elementary school and read to the kids. And then they had like, there's Oktoberfest at the park that I went and helped out with. And I don't know, I like doing it. I like helping other people out for sure. So it's cool to go out and help and give back to the people that have, honestly helped me with like paying for trips, to like go to Bulgaria and Budapest and all that. These are the people that have supported me all throughout my career to this point. So being able to give back to them and their kids, honestly, it's pretty fun. It's cool when you go and see the kid with their parent and they're like, hey, do you know who this is, talking about me and their little kid. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that's got to make you feel pretty awesome. So I know kind of a little bit about your background as far as getting into wrestling and that sort of thing, because I've seen you wrestle since you were little. But tell everybody a little bit kind of about who kind of got you involved in wrestling and kind of how all that started.
So my brother got me involved in wrestling. Me and him, we're obviously pretty short. We come from a short family. So we wanted to play football we're from Alabama, so football's king. We wanted to play
and
football.
You're a big Roll Tide person.
Yeah, big Roll Tide. Football is king, and so we always wanted to play football, and we kind of realized, well, we're just not big enough for that. Maybe right now I'm kind of chubby, but we were just never big enough to play. So he was like, well, I want to play basketball. He went to go play basketball and ended up not making a team, and so he was like, all right, well, I'm going to wrestle. And he started wrestling, and then from the moment he started wrestling, we fell in love with it. He would come back home after practice, and we'd have this carpet that we'd wrestle on for hours after his practice. And we wanted to be really good at it. So we ended up getting with Jake at Ironclad. He was at it was a different club when we joined, but watching him wrestle, and then I'd come back and want to wrestle with him. And eventually he was like, dude, I'm not wrestling with you. I'm too tired. So my dad put me in youth wrestling, and then now I'm here.
Yeah. So at what age did you start getting the better of your brother, or have you not gotten to that point yet?
So he's beat me up for the past, I've been wrestling for 8 or 9 years. He's been beating me up for 7 or 8. But he just graduated from Reinhardt the other day. He actually came in town, and we did some live goes, and, I think I got him. For the first time ever. I think I took him down more times than he took me down. But that's cool. He's always going to have this big brother thing on me. So even if I end up being if my goals come true and I end up being this crazy good wrestler, he'll always have a way to make me mad while we wrestle.
Yeah. So what's a hidden talent that Cory Land has off the mat that people don't know about?
A hidden talent. Most wrestlers are good at spike ball, so there's that. I like to think I'm a pretty good cook. Having to watch what I eat, I try to make my meals actually taste good. So I like to cook a lot.
What's your favorite meal to cook? When you're cutting weight, when you're kind of
cutting weight, I make a mean omelet and these protein pancakes. I make some mean breakfast food.
Okay,
and then I'm pretty good at disc golf. I like to think I'm good at disc golf. That's one of my cool hobbies that not a lot. I think a lot of the UNI guys, actually, there's a bunch of courses up there I was looking at, and they've been getting into it. So hopefully by the time I get up there, I can beat them in that, and then beat me up in the wrestling room.
So I'm actually glad you brought it up, because that's going to be my last question. You and I are obviously wearing UNI colors. They've got a great relationship with guys in the Southeast, and you're going to go up there with Coach Schwab and Coach Roper. What was it about UNI that kind of spoke to you as the place that you wanted to kind of work to help you get to your goals?
It's really the coaches and the wrestlers. When people think big wrestling schools, UNI is not the first school that comes up. But they don't have the most money or whatever. But when I went up there, it was like everyone wants to get better. The coaches, they care about every individual person. It doesn't matter if you're like Parker Kakaisen, who's the returning double All-American, or if you're the incoming freshman Cory Land. They don't care who you are, what your goals are, or what your accolades are, or anything. They're going to put as much time into each person. And then with Schwab and Roper, they're like yin and yang. Schwab has this like crazy, almost like Tom Brands and Terry Brands mentality, and Roper's more of the like laid back kind of like scientist. It's weird.
He is kind of like a mad scientist.
Like a mad scientist. We were playing like Mafia when we were up there, and everyone would look at him and he'd like tell us who everyone is before we like 3 rounds in. It's just it was fun. I like the environment. The cold is gonna kill me.
Yeah.
It's going to be weird going from 90-degree weather down here in Alabama to -20. So, but I'm excited.
Well, you are the first ever Alabama Dave Schultz Award winner, national award winner. You join a select list. I hope you have a great time this weekend. Congratulations on a great career in Alabama, and we'll keep watching from here in the South and seeing how you're doing. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, man. You take care.
All right, bye.
Bye.